It is August 30th. Welcome on in to Daily Cards Live here on ClaibsOnline.com. I'm Joe Roderick, joined alongside by Bob Ramsey. And Rammer, we're going to be taking you up pretty close to first pitch today as Cardinals and Yankees gets ready to go here in about 25 minutes. Cardinals at Yankee Stadium, two of the most historic franchises in all of baseball, playing on hallowed grounds this Labor Day weekend.
Yeah, everybody, including players, think it's a big deal when you play the Yankees. And it is a big deal. It's the media center. The Yankees are good. Whether you love them or hate them, it doesn't matter. It's good for baseball when the Yankees are good. You could say the same thing about the Dodgers and the Cardinals as well, but you would put Yankees first, I think.
Yeah, and Yankees right now playing incredible baseball, 22 games over 500, 78 and 56. The Cardinals 67 and 67. They got back, they split with the Padres, they're back to 500. News of the day, Rammer, after we went off the air yesterday with the show, it was reported and has since happened. Tommy Pham designated for assignment, allowing him basically 24, 36 hours to find himself a new home to be able to be on a postseason roster. He wasn't going to get everyday playing time here in St. Louis. It doesn't look like they're going to the postseason. He wanted to be in the playoffs, and the Cardinals honored his request, allowing him to be released. And
I got a team for you.
Who's that?
Royals. Pasquantino just went down with a broken bone. He'll be out until well into October. I think that's the spot.
I don't know enough about the Royals roster, but I would assume Salvador Perez moves to first base unless they have a super utility guy that can move there.
Well, I don't know what they're going to do in the short term because Pasquantino has been their guy, hits third for him in the order. I mean, he is their guy. So the only thing I'm saying is you bring in a veteran like Pham, maybe he doesn't hit cleanup or third, but he gives you a right-handed bat that they could really use. So that's my guess.
Well, I'm looking at it right now. I'm just going off of, we've seen them a couple times already this year, and I know that Salvador Perez at the age of 34 right now has kind of limited some of his catching, and he's a guy too. I mean, he's a bigger guy at this point in his career. You probably want to keep him off those knees as much as possible. Yeah. So putting him at first base seems like, for example, tonight, I mean, Salvador Perez is batting third for the Royals, playing first base, and Nick Lofton DHing. How about this? Paul DeYoung playing third base tonight for the Royals. So he is.
He's continued. He plays almost every day for them and is really doing a good job.
Yeah. Looking through, fielding wise, Salvador Perez this year has caught 79 games, played first base for 35, and has DH for 23. So pretty much in the lineup every single day.
Oh,
and I would imagine, So that's what I'm saying. Tommy Pham makes sense to go right in there and be a DH for that team if he's going to play every day for the Royals down the stretch run. So I agree with you. Just hearing that out loud, that one does make a whole lot of sense for him to help them get stay in the playoff race. So Tommy Pham, though, designated for assignment, released, whatever, however you want to call it, for the Cardinals. Jordan Walker is the move the Cardinals make, the counter move to that. He is up. And he has been told he is going to play every day for the Cardinals. He's going to be in the lineup every day, regardless of lefty, righty starting. He is starting in the lineup every day here on out.
Can we offer, though, this disclaimer? If he gets a little dinged up, day game after a night game, and there's some extenuating circumstance, don't call all the local radio stations and text Joe. You said every day. Yeah, every day doesn't mean 162 games like it used to. You're going to get some days off. So how many games are left, Joe? 30?
67 plus 67. Quick Western Illinois math tells me that's 134. So 28 games left.
28 games left. He'll play 25.
That'd be, I mean, and yeah,
That's every day.
You're giving, so right now you're giving him an opportunity to play every day. You're giving Victor Scott II a chance to play every day, and Luke and Baker getting a lot of
Some
opportunity
shots. Yeah.
as well. So not only, I mean, you're still letting those veterans who have the big contracts still play an awful lot, but you're seeing what you have at a major league level for next year and beyond. And yeah, go ahead.
Here's the intrigue for it. So what has changed the last 2 weeks? And are we witnessing another, and we have to admit that it's multiple, another rift between uniform personnel and suits?
A lot of, I mean, the lack of success the last 2 weeks of the season, I think does change a little bit of that discussion, maybe. I think maybe accepting that, hey, postseason's not there for us this year. You know, what we thought the lineup should be 2 weeks ago isn't that anymore.
Yeah. I'm not buying that. Are you getting ready to go on CNN, get interviewed and run for president? Because I'm not buying that word salad answer.
I'll be on the undecided panel afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll stick to that instead of the actual interview itself. Cardinals and Yankees tonight. It's Eric Fetty against Marcus Stroman. Here is your lineup tonight. First for the Yankees, Gleyber Torres. He leads off and plays second. Juan Soto in right. Aaron Judge in center. Austin Wells behind the plate. Giancarlo Stanton DHs. Jazz Chisholm is at third. Anthony Volpe is at short. Ben Rice at first. And Alex Verdugo is in left. For the Cardinals, Mason Wynn leads off and plays short. Alex Wilson is DHing tonight and batting second. Nolan Arenado moves up to third in the lineup, playing third. Brendan Donovan in second. Paul Goldschmidt at first. Lars Nootbaar in left. Jordan Walker in right. Pedro Pages behind the plate. And Victor Scott II is in center field tonight for the Cardinals. You look at that Yankees lineup, but we told you already 78 and 56. And Rammer, when you read that lineup off, you wonder how in the world they are 22 games over 500. Plain and simple, Aaron Judge and Juan Soto are just out of their mind, and you can't pitch around two guys every time through the order.
And when Stanton plays, he's still productive. And then Jazz Chisholm, I mentioned this yesterday. What a great move for them to get Chisholm. There was a little clubhouse intrigue. They wanted him to play second. The guy didn't want to move his position, so Chisholm went over to play third. He's been very good for them. And, they've been out without Rizzo all year. It shows you how good those top two guys, the big two, are to be able to sort of survive all these issues and still be the best in the American League.
Yeah, looking just at the injuries that right now, just some of the notable names. Luis Gil on there was supposed to be a big factor in their for their pitching. Clark Schmidt, another guy that was supposed to be a big arm for them. John Birdie, an infielder, and then Anthony Rizzo as well. You put all of those names together, and it still doesn't give you that scary of a lineup. But that being said, again, what Juan Soto and Aaron Judge are putting together this year, the numbers that they have, I mean, is up there with some of the historic 1-2s that we have seen,
definitely.
1-2 punches that we have ever seen in baseball history. Right now, just Juan Soto, an OPS this year of 1.011, 37 home runs, 95 RBIs. Normally, that would be MVP-like numbers, especially those numbers on the Yankees. Those would be MVP-like numbers, except Aaron Judge still has a month left in the season and has 51 home runs, 123 RBIs, and an OPS of 1.198. Somehow just shadowing the numbers of Juan Soto. I guess you just don't pitch to Aaron. If you get Juan Soto out, you don't pitch to Aaron Judge and you just let him on base. I mean, I don't know what the strategy is with those two.
Yeah, it's amazing. Ruth Gehrig comes to mind in 1961, Mantle Maris. Aaron, along the way, had some had some good partners that put up some good numbers on given years.
Manny and Ortiz.
Mays McCovey for the Giants. There are a number of them, but these two belong in the conversation at the very top, maybe.
Yeah, for just one season too. I'd love to see some of those numbers lined up and just see exactly where they line up overall. By the way, speaking of numbers, so I was looking around earlier today. So the Padres just left town. Jackson Merrill for the Padres.
Nice player.
Very nice player. And the argument right now is whether or not it's him or Paul Skeens for Rookie of the Year for the National League. When you look at those two and their numbers, do you know what rookie right now in baseball has the highest in all of baseball this year?
Ask your question again.
The rookie in all of Major League Baseball with the highest wins above replacement this season.
Because you asked the question, I'll say Mason Wynn.
It is Mason Wynn. I think his is a 4.8 WAR. Next on the list is a 3.6. So as far as value to the team goes, there is no more valuable rookie on their team this season than Mason Wynn has been for the Cardinals.
Yeah, and I agree with that.
And
he's the Cardinals MVP.
Yeah, and you look at Vegas odds makers as far as where the Rookie of the Year discussion is, and Mason Wynn is like 10th on the list for NL Rookie of the Year candidates. It's incredible the lack of respect that he's getting this season for the numbers that he's putting up.
I don't think people try to be disrespectful, but it starts to get lazy when you're not on a good team.
And do you think that discussion if the Cardinals are good this year, that probably means that Paul Goldschmidt and Nolan Arenado are having much, much better seasons than what they're having? I wonder if Mason Wynn still gets overshadowed in that discussion.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard. There's no way to prove it.
No, there isn't. Yeah, I think though. Just kind of a lack of. But again, I know. Okay, he was the number 1 overall pick last year. It's not like the Pirates are having a great season.
Right. Yeah, he kind of burst on the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, number 1 pick. So the hype is already there, built up, and like I say, it's a little bit lazy. I don't think there's anything untoward meant. It's just guys not paying much attention.
Yeah, I would
media
think so.
types.
Mm-hmm. So Cardinals Yankees game starts here in about 10 minutes. Have you been to the new Yankee Stadium yet?
No, I have not.
It is. I will say I know it's bucket list for a lot of people. I got to go there 2 years ago, see a game there. I know that you've been to the old Yankee Stadium, correct?
Yes.
And I know it's right there. They were right there next to each other. I will say that I was very surprised that it's kind of you just get dropped off on the subway right in the middle of a neighborhood. Like, I did not expect it to be Wrigley-esque where you just kind of get dropped off in the neighborhood and you go into the bodega, you get yourself your drinks, and you walk over right across the street into Yankee Stadium. I was not expecting that the first time I went there and visited.
Yeah, I love ballparks that are part of the fabric of the town, of the city, of the area they're in. Unlike, for instance, a place I love also, by the way, Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City, the opposite of that. There's nothing around. It's all big parking lots, and it's a great stadium, and I love going there. But it's different from going to Wrigley or Fenway or some of the others that are actually in the town. Mm-hmm. Even a place like Coors Field, it's all been changed and upgraded, but you're walking on the city streets in Denver. So those are the ones I really like.
Enjoy the games this weekend. Tonight, Eric Fetty versus Marcus Stroman. Tomorrow, it is Kyle Gibson against Will Warren, righty for the Yankees. And then on Sunday, Miles Mikolas takes the bump. Not sure yet who the Yankees are going to throw, listed as a TBD for the Sunday afternoon game. So yeah, after tonight, both afternoon games this weekend for Cardinals and Yankees. Hope everybody else has a great weekend. We here at Daily Cards Live are brought to you each and every day by our friends over at Munganast St. Louis Acura and Rammer, also Royal Banks.
Royal Banks wishing you a happy and safe Labor Day. And when the banks are back open again on Tuesday, whatever you need, a new mortgage, a refi, a home equity credit line, maybe a new car loan, whatever it is, Royal Banks has the people to help you. And as always, it's where better service means better banking. Royal Banks of Missouri, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
He's Bob Ramsey. I'm Joe Roderick. Talk to you on Monday. Have a great Labor Day weekend here from all of us at Claves Online.
Munganess St. Louis Acura is making room for the 2025 MDX, so that means great deals for you on the 2024 MDX. We have over 100 2024 MDX models in stock, and you get financing as low as 3.9% for up to 60 months. Or you can lease a new MDX for just $559 per month for 36 months. Or get the MDX technology model for just $589 per month for 36 months. Munganess St. Louis Acura, better than ever for you.